Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of Monday Moments where I share tips, tricks, and helpful hints. I'm Shawn with Manly Made Minute. So today, do you feel like you just don't have enough stencils or you don't have enough supplies, and then you see stuff and I wish I could do that, or I want to do that, I don't have the supplies, but maybe you're on a budget. Maybe you just don't have the funds right now to do it. Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but you do have it. You gotta start thinking outside that splatter box. Hashtag think outside the splatter box. And look at what you have for supplies. And I'm gonna show you some ideas that I know each and every one of you either A, have sitting up on a magnet or in your file where all you save your dies and stamps, or it's probably sitting in your scrap bucket and you don't even know it. What am I talking about? Let's go down to my camera and I'm gonna show you. All right, we all die cut stuff out, right? And what do? We probably throw these things away because there's not much left we can use out of it. We toss it. Save these little puppies. Again, everything has potential in my world, especially when it comes to scraps. And guess what? I have homemade stencils out of things that I've cut and made cards out of. Here's what you can do. So I had these in my scrap bucket because I like to save stuff for maybe using these little strips, or I can still use this to cut something out over here. For the purpose of the video, I cut this piece out off of a scrap that I had just to show you that I know a lot of us cut a lot of die cuts for our sentiments and layers and different sentiment layers and things, right? So now I have a positive and a negative of a stencil. But here's what's tricky, right? So take this one for example. I could lay this down and I could just make a card right out of this and stencil this and blend this. But what if I don't want this so square and the butterfly's facing out that way? Think about that when you go to die cut, all right? Obviously I wasn't thinking about it when I cut these out, but lay these out maybe in a pattern that would make a good stencil so that you can use the butterflies for a card, then you can use the cutout piece for your stencil. But if you didn't do that and you're digging through your scraps watching this video now going, oh, what do I have? And you find something like this, get yourself some sticky notes. I bought a Econo pack of these big ones and then just the square ones. I bought them off of Amazon, big, huge Econo pack, and use these to mask things off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take, I want to do this little fancier one up here in the corner. Take and mask this off. So mask off a section that you want to use, okay? So if I take and just put my butterfly down, this is about where I'm going to want it, so I'm going to move this down a little bit. So I'm going to want it right about there in the corner. So lay this down like so. And now I know I'm going to have to mask off my sides. I keep coming up too high. There we go. We'll do it there. Now I know I'm going to have to do my sides. So now I'm going to mask this off like so. And you can do it on the top, you can do it on the bottom. You might need something to hold this down. If you do, now I'm going to use my tape runner. And since I already have this laid down, I'm just going to put a little piece of tape right here on the back side to hold that down for me. Okay, now I can use this to hold the rest of it down and just mask around that butterfly. Now, obviously I wasn't thinking about this when I cut this piece out, so I got very little paper here around the edge to stick this to, but you can do it. It still works. Just gotta take a little more to finagle. Now, I got little pieces in here that I'm gonna have to be careful with because they're little tiny pieces. So let's just take some purple. This pink, I mean. This Pucker Up by Catherine Pooler. Load up, and I'm gonna just do the edges and just leave that out, leave that middle. So I'm just gonna lightly go around these edges and get some color in there and leave that middle. Being careful over those little pieces. You could tape this down, you could use pixie spray, you could use some spray glue, you know, to lay this down if you want to, and just cut it out and leave it there too, whichever. Like so. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of I used, that was Flirty Fuchsia. Now I'm using the pink. And just kind of lightly in this middle. And then peel this up. And you have yourself a homemade stencil. That easy. Now how cool, how nice would this be if this is all you got to do and you could just throw a sentiment on that right here. Or stencil, nice little light background, throw a couple of these up on there. You got yourself a card. You could put this on your layers and layer this up with your mats, and I just went direct to card front because I thought I'm going to make some easy cards out of this. Let's just do another one. Let's just do, I want to do this one because I want to show you two versions of this. So now I'm going to take my circle and then I'm going to take my negative space, right? So now I'm going to just, let me just grab two different colors here quick. We're going to do some blue, and I'm going to do positive and negative of this one. So again, I'm going to throw one here in the corner, and I'm just going to mask off my card part like so I don't get it on my card. I'm not gentle enough to trust that I'll just be gentle going around there, so I mask off because it always feels like every time I say I'm going to be gentle, I'm not, and then I screw it up. So, alright, now you can just color this whole thing in. You can shade this different colors and make a mini silhouette out of this. Whatever you want to do. I'm just going to go light around the edges again. Like so. And keep that maybe as a highlight in the middle. And just real light blending. Probably didn't even need to load up. I could have used what was left on my brush, right? And now I have a great stencil. But if I wanted to do an opposite negative kind of thing, I'm going to do it over on this side. And I'm just going to take a little bit of my, I'm going to do a little bit of pink. No, I'm going to do purple. I'm going to do purple. Okay. Hold that down. Now I'm just going to do the opposite of that. And create a little white space that I could throw something in. And carry that out if you want. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just make it shadow, right? There you have it. Now, I pulled this one out because I'd made a dog card. This would be the perfect stencil to throw that on at the middle of a card. So just start kind of thinking what you have, right? It's as easy as that. You have supplies. You're actually probably throwing away supplies. You're throwing away good money, right? If you throw stuff away and you're going to have to go buy something when I already have that stencil, keep it. Use it. Now go look at your dies that are sitting on your magnet board and see what you have, because I promise you, you have something. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and that little bell and get notified when I upload my next video. Monday Moments come out every Monday, Scrappy Shorts every other Saturday, and I throw a video in there. Starting to do some lives as well, so hopefully you come back. If you're not new and you keep coming back, don't be shy and hit that subscribe button, and I hope to have you as a subscriber. But thank you so much for sticking around. Until next time, I'll see you then.